So the Frankfurt School has often been singled out for two failures, which is failure to provide empirical proof for its theories and an accessible language in which ideas have been expressed. The argument suggests that the complex language used by the school might seem difficult to understand, but it's necessary to describe a society shaped by consumerism, capitalism, and mass media. So when we talk about consumerism, sino ang usang taong pumapasok sa isip nyo? So I'll give you an example. Ang pamansan tito sa TikTok, which is Tito Mikey, and yung girlfriend niya na si CJ. So, sila, in-encourage nila yung mga tao na bumili ng mga gusto nila to treat themselves. So, mag-work harder sila for the next time. That sometimes it leads to excessive materialism. So, in capitalism naman, individuals and companies engage in economic activities with the goal of generating profit and accumulating wealth. So, mass media naman, it refers to various forms of communication such as television, radio, newspaper, magazines, and these are the traditional forms of communication. And what we have right now is the internet. So for the internet naman, ito yung kadalasan ginagamit natin lahat to shape public opinions, disseminating information, and influencing cultural norms and values. So ayan, gamit na gamit siya ngayon. Social media, internet. So, to critique the school's theories, let's first consider the problem of elitism. Elitism is where certain ideas or groups are favored over others. So, let me give you an example. Popular series na Money Heist. So, there's a scenario na sa Money Heist, mas pinili nilang i-save yung daughter ng head ng Prime Minister rather than the 8 students kasi yung tatay has more power and has more privilege. So, sinasabi dito na parang yung false need is like materialistic. Sa materials nakadepende yung happiness mo. Unlike sa true needs, these are the freedom, like spending time with your loved ones, going on a travel. So, kilala niyo ba si Ray Hermar and mga friends niya? Ang content nila is about luxury, ganon, makeups, and sometimes it leads to bragging na yung isa makatotohanan kumpara sa mga normal na buhay ng taong Pilipino. Frankfurt School's idea of false needs versus true needs raises two big questions. First, how can we even tell the difference between what we really need and what we're told to want? So, let me give you an example. Cell phones, washing machine, ayan. It might be seen as false need para sa iba kasi luho siya or pagkakagastusan mo since meron namang other ways. But still, it's part, on the other hand, it's part of innovation na. So, what makes one person happy, like enjoying rap music, yung mga taong nakikinig kay Flo G, kay Abby, might not be the same for someone else. So, may kanya-kanya tayong preferences. And the Frankfurt School has a tough time studying popular culture in society because their idea of false and true needs might not match how people actually live and what they enjoy. This makes it tricky for them to understand how popular culture reflects and changes society's beliefs and actions. So, now let's move on to Benjamin and the critic of the Frankfurt School. So, Walter Benjamin, a member of the Frankfurt School, he was involved in intellectual activities of the school. Benjamin introduces the idea of the aura of art. This aura was like a special quality that art had in the past. It came from art's original connection to the religious ritual. So, before, tinuturing ang art na isang rare, one of a kind. So, Benjamin argues that with the rise of mass production and modern technology, the aura of art diminishes, making them less unique and special. Dahil doon, nawawala yung traditional value and significance. So, because of this decline in the aura, art's role in society changes too. On one hand, more people can see and enjoy art because it's more widely available. But on the other hand, because art isn't unique or special anymore, it doesn't have the same mysterious or authentic feeling. Benjamin was interested in how making lots of copies, which is mass production, affects its uniqueness. When there are too many copies, each one becomes less special. Benjamin thinks this change is a good thing dahil sa mga kopya ng mga art saan, mga parte ng mundo, marami nakaka-access at mas marami nakaka-enjoy. While Adorno thinks it's a bad thing, Benjamin sees it as a positive change. So, film photography shows us new things that lets us use the world from different angles. Benjamin believes that film and photography gives us more exciting and inclusive way to experience art, changing how we see and enjoy it. Benjamin's essays gives us a new way to think about modern culture. It shows us the good parts of modern life and how technology can let more people enjoy it. So Benjamin's idea makes the Frankfurt School's work richer by bringing new perspective on culture and society. So that's all for my part. Thank you.